most important pathway, the olfactory pathway, which you people don't never read. I know that. सिर्फ पढ़ोगे क्या? Trigeminal nerve, the facial this like vagus nerve, hypoglossal nerve. Think about the olfactory nerve. From where it arises? Because I am saying because the olfactory pathway, all the area are related here. That's why I giving the stress over the olfactory pathway, because you people will be easily understand the areas. What are the areas which are responsible for the olfactory pathway, which is present on the inferior surface of the brain. Okay. Now, this is the first cranial nerve. Olfactory nerve, it is the first cranial nerve. It is the special sensation, nerve of the special sensation, and it is, what is the important character? It is more like a expansion of the brain here, isn't it? So, first cranial nerve, it is the olfactory, and where the olfactory area is situated. Sense of olfaction, it means it is the function of the nose. In the nose, on the roof and the posterior wall, there is the what? Olfactory epithelium. Nasal cavity mein there is the olfactory epithelium, and that within the olfactory epithelium there are what? Olfactory neurosensory cells are there. Have you read the olfactory nerve once or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, very good. So
Yes,
olfactory nerves are present in the olfactory area of the nasal cavity. And what is the character of this olfactory neurons? It is a,
The bipolar.
yes, very good. It is a bipolar neurons. Okay, bipolar neurons. It is asked in the objective. It is asked in the viva also. Okay, so olfactory neurons. What are the other cells there which are present? There are the supporting cells. There are the stem cells. Okay, in the olfactory epithelium, other than the olfactory neurosensory cells. Now, this is what? This is the surface of the brain here, and it is resting on what? This is the cranial cavity here. Suppose my right hand, this is the, okay, on the orbital plate of the frontal anterior cranial fossa, and the middle structure here, the middle structure in the anterior cranial fossa, I have shown you all in the previous classes, that is the cribriform plate of the wishbone, ethmoid. That means it is not the part of the frontal bone. In between the frontal bone, there is a rectangular bone situated in the midline in the anterior cranial fossa, and the characteristic of this bone, it is sieve-like. So many pores are there, holes are there, which makes it a cribriform like appearance. That's why it is known as cribriform plate of the ethmoid. Now, the dendrites, the cilia of this bipolar neuron cell, we are able to identify so many orders. We can discriminate. This order, Maggie ka hai that, something like that. So many orders. There are 3000 receptor cells which are present here. Can you imagine? So we can able to identify, discriminate these type of so many orders in our day-to-day life. Okay. So what happens? The axons of these bipolar neuron cells, what it will do? It will form a bundle of 15 to 20 in numbers either side, and it will it has to enter the cranial cavity, the bipolar neuron cells. So what is the root? The root is the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone, and through that root, the axons of these nerve cells, it will form what? Enters inside the cribriform plate, and then it will enter the cranial cavity. That is the anterior cranial fossa. Now the story starts from this aspect. Okay. After passing through the cribriform plate of the ethmoid bone, the axons of that bipolar neuron cells, there is the lodgement and the olfactory bulb here. Okay. An expanded part of the olfactory pathway, it is known as the olfactory bulb, anteriorly situated in the olfactory sulcus. The axons of the bipolar neuron cells will synapse here, okay, with the dendrites of the olfactory bulb neurons. What are the cells which are present here? Sometimes asked. There are the mitral cells, just like their supporting cells for their stem
Tufted.
cells. Tufted cells, very good. The tufted cells, the mitral cells, and the periglomerular cells, glomerular cells. Okay. So these type of cells, the axons of the cells which will actually form the olfactory tract, it is arising from only mitral cells and the tufted cells. Okay. So the mitral cells and the tufted cells, the axons will arise and it will run posteriorly, and this tract, the fibers, the axon fibers will be known right now known as the olfactory tract. Isn't it? First we have started this pathway from the olfactory neuroepithelium, olfactory receptor cells there, then the olfactory bulb there, then the olfactory tract. Now the axons of the olfactory tract, here it gives collateral to the surrounding, there is a nucleus here, anterior olfactory nucleus. Okay, anterior olfactory nucleus. Some collaterals it is also given to the anterior olfactory nucleus, and via this nucleus these axons can cross the midline in the anterior commissural fibers, which is present here in the lamina terminalis. Okay, this anterior commissure around the lamina terminalis will cross from one side to the other side, because commissural fibers it has to cross the midline. So anterior commissure, it is related with the olfactory tracts. So anterior olfactory nucleus, the fibers will cross from to the either side. Okay, now the majority of the tracts, olfactory tract, at the site, here it is the site of anterior perforating substance here. Look here. Here it is the site of the anterior perforating substance. At this very site, the olfactory tract running in the olfactory sulcus anteroposteriorly, it will expand here. It will expand here, okay, and this will be known as the olfactory trigone. What it will be known as? Olfactory trigone, and trigones means 3. That means at this very point, at the site of the anterior perforating substance, the olfactory tract, it is divided into 3 stria. Okay, some book it is written only the lateral and the medial, intermediate in the rudimentary. Okay, but you think there is the 3 strias, medial, the intermediate and the lateral, but which stria will be supposed to be the continuation of the olfactory pathway itself? All the fibers are there, but majority, 70 to 80% of the fibers, it is going in which stria? That is the lateral olfactory stria, and the lateral olfactory stria, it will terminate on which cortex? The cortex on which the lateral olfactory stria will terminate will be known as the primary olfactory cortex. Do you get that point? What is the primary olfactory cortex? Just now we have discussed all the types of sensation. Okay, general sensation, the auditory as well as the visual. Just like that, olfactory sensation has also got the other olfactory association cortex, which is known as the secondary olfactory cortex. So there is a primary olfactory cortex. So lateral olfactory stria, it is terminating here. In which area? This is the uncus. Just anterior to the uncus, it is a very important gyrus is there, which is semilunar in shape, which is known as the gyrus semilunaris. What it is known as? Gyrus semilunaris. Gyrus semilunaris. Just lateral to that, there is a gyrus which is lateral to that, that is known as gyrus ambiens. So gyrus semilunaris, gyrus ambiens, the anterior part of the parahippocampal gyrus, that is the uncus, and this gyrus semilunaris, it is just superior to that, there is a amygdaloid nucleus situated. Just superior to the semilunar gyrus, superior to that, there is a amygdaloid complex is there, because the amygdaloid nucleus, it has got two components. When you will read in detail the limbic system, then the olfactory system, you will come to know that there are two parts of the amygdala nucleus are there, dorsomedial and the ventrolateral. Dorsomedial nucleus, it is related with the olfactory function, and the ventrolateral, it is related with the limbic system. Isn't it? Yes or no? Suppose you are asked in the Viva, your objective, there are so many answers. Gyrus semilunaris, gyrus ambiens, then what? Amygdala, dorsomedial part of the and the orbital gyri. All are the components of the primary olfactory cortex except, then what would be your answer? Your answer would be the orbital gyrus, because these orbital gyrus are present, are related with the olfaction, okay, but it is not the primary olfactory area for that, because olfactory pathway it is running just medial to the gyrus, but it is not the primary one. The primary one is posterior, and this is the secondary olfactory cortex, as well as some of the prefrontal cortex. Prefrontal cortex are also related with the secondary olfactory cortex. Or so, how the olfactory pathway? The olfactory pathway, there is the olfactory bulb, olfactory tract, olfactory trigone, and the lateral olfactory stria. It is terminating in the primary olfactory cortical region, cortex, okay, that I have enumerated right now. Then what about the intermediate stria? Intermediate stria, it will end in the anterior perforating substance in the form of anterior tubercle. And the medial olfactory stria, it will run again to the opposite side. Okay, so this is the fate of the olfactory, the strias of the olfactory